he actually has a title, but I won't say it yet. I'll have him tell us. You're on the show for a particular reason, and that's because we like to support cosplayers and people who get dressed up in classic costumes. And are we showing you the pics now, Mike?
Well, I'm going to let you guys know that is not Bill. That's a picture of his wife, just so no one gets confused.
Yeah. She's the
Okay.
pretty one.
But definitely in the meanwhile, see if you could maybe try to get the video on. But I will pump up these pictures. Yes, this man takes cosplay to a whole nother level.
Thank you.
Look at that. That looks like the '60s Batman. Period.
Yes, the Batman I grew up on, the one true Batman.
And, there we are.
There you go.
Hello there.
Great to see you.
Good to see you, I guess.
Awesome. And I just want to check this one out. Frankenstein.
That was fun. That was hard to do, makeup wise.
Superman, which was awesome. Now, which version of Superman is this?
Is it the one where I'm bending the
Yes.
steel bar?
Yes.
That's the 1939 version.
Yeah, the original.
Wow.
Golden Age.
Yeah,
Wow.
What Bill does, what I love, is that he chooses. I mean, we have the same taste in characters. It's the pulp guys and the originals, and I can't agree with you anymore. I mean, I would be doing the same thing. So why do you do it?
Why do I do it? Well, it's fun. I've been doing this kind of thing since I was in high school. One of the pictures I sent was a picture of me in this makeshift Lone Ranger costume I did when I was a senior in high school. Been a big Lone Ranger fan, and during homecoming week in my high school, TK Gorman, we had a Western day, so I wore the Lone Ranger costume, and since then I'd go out making appearances. I went out one year and raised money for Jerry's Kids in the costume. And that following year, I started doing Santa Claus. I've been doing Santa Claus since I was 17 as well. You get a great reaction out of people, I think, when you're in costume. It evokes memories. It evokes warm feelings. It just makes people feel good. Brings out the kid in everybody, especially me.
And I know the Lone Ranger. I think we have the same guy in mind, Clayton Moore.
Clayton Moore is the Lone Ranger.
He's the Lone Ranger. Thank you very much. And very difficult. I mean, we spoke about this before. How did you get that costume done? Because I've been looking for getting that costume, and I gave up. We had another cosplayer, Mistress Mischief of Cosplay. She does a great Lady Loki and all that. And I spoke to her. And I give up. I am now making my own from scratch.
Oh, you are?
It's the hardest. Go ahead, Bill.
It is. It really is. I was lucky. The costume that I wore, my most recent Lone Ranger that I wore at our own Comic-Con here in Tyler, was based on the 1981 movie. The Butterick Pattern Company did a Halloween costume pattern for the Legend of the Lone Ranger movie, and I got one off eBay. And I took it to my godmother, and she made me the costume.
Wow.
And the mask is a Clayton Moore replica I got off eBay years ago.
Do you prefer doing masked cosplay or unmasked?
Masked.
You do?
Yeah, I like masked.
Afterwards, the mystique. I would only wear the mask for the Ranger, but I would rather do unmasked just because when wearing masks, my vision is.
Oh, believe me, I'm blind.
Totally
Without these, I can't. In fact, I'm gonna have to put lenses in the bat cowl, I think, because I can't see diddly. But it's fun.
White lenses like the Neil Adams Batman.
Exactly.
But the thing is with the mask is, and anybody you can try it, just put your fingers over your cheeks like where a mask will go, and you lose a lot of your vision. I mean, you got to turn down and look. How do these guys fight crime like this? You know?
Well, or get in the car with a cape on. That's always been when I'm going somewhere. In a costume, just the damn cape gets in the way.
So you'd actually drive as Batman?
Well, without the cowl on, but as Superman or Captain Marvel or wherever I'm going, I'll show up in costume.
And it must be a kick if you get pulled over by a cop and you're dressed in a Batman suit.
That hadn't happened yet, thankfully.
Had that problem. My Catwoman cosplay had these claws, and I was driving with these claws, and they're just like sticking to the steering wheel. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So let's just tell what your title is. So let's.
My title.
Well,
I am a deacon in the Catholic Church.
And you cosplay.
And I cosplay. I have a very tolerant bishop.
That's our show is Eclecticka, and we're showing that anyone and everyone can do this out there.
Right.
If Black Crystal can do it and Deacon Bill can do it, you too can do it.
That's right.
It's a lot of fun, and it really brings a lot of people together. A lot of fun. Now, do you have to purchase your costumes, or do you do them from scratch, or?
A little of both. I've gotten parts and pieces off eBay over the years, and like I said earlier, my godmother Marilyn, she makes things for me. She's made a Superman suit for me, the Lone Ranger suit. She made a wonderful Dracula cape for me last year, and she's like the family seamstress.
Yeah, that cape is beautiful, man.
Do you have a favorite character to play all the time, or?
Right now, it's the '66 Batman. He's real popular again.
Yes. In fact, I was on the Batman '66 page. Remember I sent you something email and you couldn't see the picture?
Yeah.
Well, it was a guy I was talking about. He met this guy, and I compared it to another one of your pictures. It was you. And it was the craziest thing. I was like, what a small world.
Yeah, we grow it. We go to great lengths to look like Adam. To be Batman, to be the Caped Crusader, not the Dark Knight, not throat cancer Batman. No.
Oh my gosh!
So it was crazy that here I am on another page, guys who don't know who you are, and I know it was you. And it had a photo of you, and you really look great in that Batman.
Thanks.
Your friends and family give you a lot of support?
They do. My wife Sue and I have two daughters. One is 21 and 17, and they're so used to me in costume that there's nothing I can do to embarrass them. It's like, oh, daddy's in tights again.
Oh my goodness.
That's great.
And some of the pictures we put up, like with the Captain Marvel, which thank you, because he's one of my favorites of all time as well. I see a lot of comic books. Were these at cons, or do you go to comic stores and?
I do cons, and then a very good friend of mine owns our local comic shop here in Tyler, Ground Zero Comics, and I make appearances frequently throughout the year. Batman, Captain Marvel, Santa Claus at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
If he needs
how do you get the belly as Santa Claus?
I got a pillow, but I'm about to turn 51, so my belly is getting bigger and bigger without the pillow. In fact, now I know why Adam West's utility belt was so wide. It's a bat girdle. In fact, once I was playing Batman, I was making an appearance, and the belt slipped down, and my gut kind of slipped out. This little boy goes, "Batman, what's that?" I said, "Why, that's the spare tire to the Batmobile, son. That's where I keep it."
Oh, my goodness. So, do you get any negative feedback from individuals from your church at all?
No.
Or is it all positive?
No. I've done appearances for various and sundry church functions and meetings and picnics. Mm-hmm. People are used to it. In fact, I'm more known as Superman down here than anything else. Lifelong Superman fan, pre-52, new 52 Superman, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And when the only thing I hear that may be negative is, why aren't you in your Superman outfit? Why are you Batman? We know you as Superman. I have to wear a Superman shirt under my clergy shirt all the time. I teach at our local Catholic school, and I teach 8th graders, and every day kids want to know which one I'm wearing. I have 151 Superman shirts, so I have to wear a different one every day.
It's so funny you asked that, Mike. I was going to ask him the same thing, because this past Halloween, I was at church, and some people were like, they were saying, I'm sure you've heard it. Mm-hmm. Halloween's a pagans and satanic. And I'm like, let the kids be kids. First of all, I got to say, in my area, every girl was dressed like Elsa the princess, or the kids were superheroes. So when they can complain about some satanistic or pagan thing, no one was a zombie, no one was Dracula. They were all heroes and princesses. Let the kids be kids. What do you say?
Well, yeah, exactly. And besides, if you want to get historical, the name Halloween came from All Hallows Eve, the day before All Hallows Day, All Saints Day. Catholic Church invented the name. So, shut up, people.
All right.
Ridiculous.
That's funny.
Oh boy. It's so funny you brought that up because are you on that Facebook page, Say No to the DC Reboots?
Yes.